dimensions and densities, which is not the same thing. Okay, dimensions may as well be a kind of matrix. Is like a programmed word or a degree of reality. Whereas, from my understanding, whereas densities is your level of consciousness as well as understanding. All right. So um, we can be on the 3D or 4D, and yet our density be on the second 2D or 1D of understanding. You know what I mean? I mean level of knowledge means that we can be here in the 3D, but yet we have a 4D or 5D reality or 6D, which is very advanced in knowledge and understand. And we could be here on the 3D and still have a primitive level of understanding of fourth degree. Okay, I mean one degree of understanding and knowledge of two densities. That means very low, it's very inferior. But it's not for us to judge, because it's all about not say learn, but experiences. Okay, so most of this one's by Sir Sal Russell, in Russian guy. Most of the information, he's a canalizer. Most of the information in this article can be examined in depth live on the cutting edge. My self-help manual. I mentioned in the book that level confusion is a big problem. Yeah, because many people think that we're going to the 4D, 5D. All right, you cannot go 5D because on the 3D, many ETs that you see, aliens, they are on the 3D as we, but their technological knowledge is 4D above. All right, and they also can be primitive. They are on the 3D like us, but they are on the one level of physicality on the 4D, whereby you cannot see them, but their level of thinking, of consciousness, is on the 1D, which is very primitive, even more than certain humans in here. Okay, so what I see here involves three levels. I call them 3, 4, and 5G. For lack of a better terms, this can refer to dimensions or densities, which is can be distinguished. It's not the same thing. I think I touched about it. I started to learn it in 2014. So here we have a card for better understanding. 1D, I think 1D is a level of still cryogenic creation. They're still in the process of creation, and there are two like habiting constants, unconscious. Second D is more like vegetation, animals. So 4D, physical, Mark 2 neutral, human being. Huh? Human being cannot be. No, no, no. Oh, the 3D. So our understanding and our density may be on we are in the 3D. It's a dimension, a kind of program or matrix. However, our understanding could as well be on second, on the fourth D density, or even 5D above. For those who are more intellectual, for those who are wiser, they could as well be on the 5D above. Because on the 4D, I wouldn't say that they are very, very wise. Okay, they are quite wise. They can be wise, but they are more in the state of a dreaming. Just like Neptune is a planet of a dream, so they are more in the dreamy land, I would say, because they work over there. Here now they are working with their imagination. And all Pisces are dreaming, which corresponds to Neptune. And my Neptune is in Scorpio, so it's a bit like, emotional, deep, and also very eerie and strange, because more attuned to the unknown. And if you have Pisces and Neptune, it's even more deep. So 4D, 5D, Buddhic, Kapura, Spirit, Essence. This one is I would say, the land of the state of mind of shadow. Is where all the ghosts go to, spirits, deities, etc. Okay, and next are in this, most on this level here, 4D. Okay, all your orishas, your masters, your saints are all in this level here, 4D. And they are ethereal, means that you don't see them, because they are now wearing a film of invisibility. 5D, 7D, 6D, technique, neutral. Are they neutral? I'm not sure, because the guys there on the 5D have been fighting the 4D, and they say that they have killed them, but they always find a vessel through reincarnation again. Understand what I mean? So I don't think that 5D is so like perfect, atomic, atomic. So I don't see them as dead, died or death, died, neutral. I don't think they are neutral. Soul, higher self. So the 6D to 5D is on those higher self. And here you have the 7D. Oh, and the 12 density model. God, source, intelligent, infinity, subtle planes, tree of life, masculine, feminine energy, divine feminine, divine masculine, human chakras, human soul, infinite soul, density, and then those one who are 70 above is in a very, very high state of, they call it divinity, okay? They call it in high level of mastery, divinity, all this kind of thing. I don't like to go into this because I don't know. I think I have a Scorpio energy that I have a very hard time. And not even Scorpio, like I think Virgo energy. That I have a very hard time to trust things. Human soul, human chakras, masculine, feminine energy, neutral, masculine. Oh, masculine is the 7G, hey? Then it sucks. I'm sorry to say, but it sucks. Because it's more about material stuff. Don't come and tell me, oh, no, but they're on the spiritual world. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because on the spiritual world doesn't mean that you don't have material and shenaniganism going around there, and even politics. All right, there are. Politics is not for those people who are still, very naive, very not very much bright. They think that all these things are found in the 3D below. No, 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 no. I'm sorry. If you thought that, you are completely wrong, and I'm sorry to disappoint you. But if you happen to go to this entity here, 5D above, you're gonna find pretty much shenaniganism as you you find here, as much as you find here in the 3D. All right. Also, there here in 4D, there's a lot and lot of corruption, lot of materialism as well. Yeah, but in another density, another level of understanding and composition, atoms composition. You know what I mean? I try to be as simple as I can. So you're going to operate with your mind. So if you think, I not say even if you think, it's not, I don't think that it will depend on you. It will depend pretty much on the Muppets they're pulling up string. Yeah, the Muppets pulling up strings and make you suffer, both in here and other dimensions or densities. All right. So for those who think that the soul in 4D is suffering because of their own karma and their own doings and their own thinking and their own choices, you're wrong and you are lying. You who are teaching those people here, these human beings, you are lying to your very bloody butt. You are lying. And I don't like liars. I hate people who lies. So they will give you punishment over there, and then they will say that even here also, punishment here, punishment on the 40, you don't go beyond that. Because you keeping going, come back. 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. Never stop. You don't go beyond that. It takes you billions, I say even millennium, but I will say billions, trillions of Earth year for you to go to this extent and to this level of dimension, or no, I mean density, not dimension, because the trash is in the same density, the same dimension. It's the 3D matrix, but their density, their level of understanding is different. What the heck was bro here? What kind of medication or whatever, umbral in purgatory, the fourth dimension, where the dead goes, and the beings are also there, the spirits, all the evil spirits that you know, all the parallel plane, the parallel world are all there, and it's a copy of Earth as well. And they say that you can create there as much as you create here, you can create there. It's also the land of shadow. They call it the land of fear as well. Land of fear. Land of fear is this, that you are living the other plane as well. But also there is variation. There is time when we are okay, and other time when we are, there is phase. There is time when we are down, and there are time when we are up. Because I have seen my sister, and she came to me, and she was wearing a white blouse and a old blue skirt, and I didn't see her. I couldn't go to her burial. So she was there outside the window, and I asked her, "How are you?" And she told me, "I'm okay." And she was not talking. Of course, she was passing a message through my mind. She said, "I'm okay." And then she said, "Over here is even better than the place where I was." Than when she was alive. Over here is even better. Then I say, "Oh, good for you." But then suddenly she started to transform herself, not say physically, but Mentally, she started to get very angry, just as she was here, sometimes stressed. And then she started to blame everybody, everything. Then I was like, wow. I mean, she still remembers because was still, uh, she was still functioning or working with her still fresh remembrance of art because she had been 2 years since she died. 2 weeks, sorry, 2 weeks, just 2 weeks. She was fresh, she did. So she was very angry. Then her memory was still on it. So that's why she was so angry with everybody around. And I started to pray for her, and then I closed the window. But I found myself arrogant, but it was like a dream. If I was awaked, I would never ask her to go away or close the window for her, because she was really angry about this side. And next time I saw her, after 3 years, I guess, 3 years, yeah, 3 years to 2 years later, I saw her. This time around, she was very nice. Her hair was made a very nice style. She had dyed her hair. She had colored her hair very beautiful, and she looked much younger and rejuvenated. And I was happy for her, very happy. And she was with my other sister who had just passed away in 2021. And my brother who also had gone was there. And I saw her, this sister, the other sister had passed away in 2021, which was our older sister of me, and this other sister have gone. I saw her mother-in-law who have passed on since the 80s. And she was still on the other side, Even her husband had passed since the 90s, also was there, but he was not happy. And then I went there, and then I said, what's going on? Because they were fighting. I said, what's going on here? And she was like, oh, this creature with my ex-brother-in-law who have passed on since the 90s. They were fighting. My sister, freshly dead, departed from earth, was there if her husband had long gone, and now he is a frog, a kind of amphibian being. He was no more human. He walks and acts like a frog, green amphibian man. And then he came to us, and then he was staring at me hardy, and I didn't like his stare. And I said, what's going on? And then my sister told me, this creature, he's trying to fight me, and I'm gonna just bash him up. I'm not scared of him. And because he don't know where to go. He's still lost here in this land, and he doesn't know where to go. Because he said that there's many labyrinth and many kind of crossroad. A crossy road, even worse than a crossy road. It was a lot of maze and labyrinth, and he didn't know where to go. You know how complex is that? Then I told this creature, her ex-husband, I said, you shouldn't want too much, just go on with the flow. Maybe always go to the bay. Nevertheless, just take a route and that's it. But no, he want to stick to my sister. Because my sister was his ex-wife, and he wants to stick to her. But she didn't want him. And then I saw her talking to him in African tribal dialect. Maybe she was the next tribal African person before. And I saw her talking to him in this, because his mom was Slavic great daughter, okay? His mom. So she was talking to him in an African dialect, and I was like, wow, she can speak many languages. How nice here. Incredible. So I just watched all that things going on, and later I just come back to my body. So this is a very complex network of place, So most of the information design can be examined at the depth of life and myself manual. I mentioned in the book that level confusion is a big problem. What I see here involves three levels. I call them 3, 4, and 5D for lack of better terms. This can refer to dimensions or densities. There's actually a difference between densities and dimensions. I knew it since 2014, which are going to the book in these articles. I'll focus primarily on dimensions. I also want to touch on and clarify the social difference between the 30, 40, and 50 dimensions and how they relate to common these systems, okay? Which I'm not going to talk about it, shenanigan systems or corrupted system. The third dimension is the realm where suffering is a tragedy that can be prevented by taking a 3D action, feeding the hungry, expelling the dictators or the despots, voting for peace instead of war. Our actions have a definite effect on the 3D world, and there's a lot of 3D action we can do to help alleviate this suffering. Correct, very correct. The 3D dimension represents conformity, following a leader, and the corresponding distinct shenanigan systems, often socialism or its cousin, communism. And autocracy, um, too much bureaucracy, and dictatorship. The fourth dimension is the realm of karma. I don't believe in that. I really have. Now, what I think is the following. If we are here precisely to have a human experience, a earth experience, why the hell do we need such thing as pay for what we came here to do in the first place? How can they explain it? How to explain it? Okay, if I decide that a group of souls has to make a sojourn to a certain matrix or dimension, okay, or planet whatsoever in this 3D, which is everything there is, even Mars, Venus, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, is all located, situated in the 3D matrix. Do you understand? So, if I allocate a group of people to go to this place, and I tell them, okay, now we're gonna have a sojourn, and then you're gonna have experiences there to bring to the higher self down where the devil lost his dentures or his boot on the 5D above. You're going there, you're going to have your experiences, and you're going to bring it all in your causal body to load it to the higher selves and these other higher up densities. All right? Now, if I forfeit what they have assigned me to do, let's say, okay, they say, okay, you go there, you go to Earth, and then you be a scapegoat for everything and everybody else. Be a scapegoat, be a martyr, suffer there, etc. Go there and be that. And then you bring your experiences to us. Now, if I come here and I decide to protest, I decide to say that, sit, I'm not going to take up this assignment because I think that is pretty much crap, nonsense, and I'm not gonna eat this crap sandwich no more. I want something better because I have dignity as a soul, as a spirit, etc. And I'm not going to work for you, predators, no more. And I decide to be something else. Is it karma? Why should it be karma if I forfeit their will? Why? That is stupid. Do you understand what I mean? Huh? Why should I listen to things that's not correct or good or light? Why do I have to listen to injustices and everything that is bad for? Why? If what I say, what I am, is someone of light, right or not? Does it make sense? So why should I have to pay for something that I did not choose? Someone, something chooses for me. They can might as well go to hell because I'm not going to accept it. I really don't. So the fourth dimension, the realm of karma, cause and effect. In this realm, everyone creates their own version of reality. I don't believe that they create. Something else gives to them, sir. You are wrong. And we are not responsible for another's karma. Yeah, I accept that we are not responsible for, let's say, our ancestral karma, like I have been said here. We are not responsible for our parents' karma, for our grandparents' karma, for their ancestral karma, for our children karma, etc. Okay. We are not responsible for anybody's karma, but also we are not responsible for this being's karma. Because if they have assigned this for us and we choose to forfeit, we have a free will to do that. We don't have to listen to the root of the book. We really don't have to take it all from the book. That is stupid. If you do that, up to you. If you be a scapegoat, want to be a martyr, a scapegoat, it's up to you. But don't expect others to follow you and follow the bunch of herds and hives mind and then go direct to the abysm, or to hell. People can create for the heaven, for the hell, depending on their consistency. I don't believe. This is the word of time, thought and mind. Yeah, that's correct. The word of thought and shadow, whatever. But I don't believe that I create my hell or heaven. There is something else also who causes and gives it to you and created it for you. That's what I believe. I have always believed so. The fourth dimension, and as well as here, they configure a thing to you for you. They give things to you. Otherwise, there will be no such thing as a horoscope, zodiac, fate, configuration, etc., etc. No matter how much you try to change your fate, still get stuck up in the root until you change your birth certificate and your name altogether. Do you understand? It's like that. So the first dimension represents individuality and creativity, and the corresponding synonym system and the corresponding is capitalism. So the synonym system is capitalism, and this ideal state when people are mature enough to make it work. The fifth dimension is the realm of love and compassion. I don't believe. I'm so sorry. They still fight evil. This being this in this state here, they fight the evil as well. Okay, well, at least they try to, but it's not easy. They still return to their own former selves. The fifth dimension is the realm of love and compassion. It's here that we truly see that we are not separate, that we are one being living in one universe created by one God. It is all our matter of being. It's all a matter of consciousness. When we live in 5G, compassion is normal, natural, and spontaneous. Spirit within direct eyes and to take the best possible action to help ourselves and our fellow aspects of God. The fifth dimension is unity, completely different from conformity, and involves major spiritual beings co-creating together while respect each other's individuality. Unfortunately, there does not appear to be a current shenanigan system that reflects this. Maybe shenanigan becomes a moot point when one enters the fifth dimension. I still don't believe that. I think they still call the shots there and they arrange things here. I feel so, I really don't trust. The reason I bring all this up is that a lot of people seem to confuse conformity with unity and they get a bad taste in their mouth when they see words like utopia. After all, people cannot jump from conformity to unity. They must first go through individuality, freedom to express who they are without, the shenanigan interference. It's very difficult to live in a state of freedom while in the world because the early stages of individuality can involve turmoil, turmoil, I don't know, turmoil, and violence, which normally needs to be held in check through some sort of police force. It's only when the individual raises his her vibration sufficiently through self-awareness that true unity is possible. Now, why this happens? Why we need still, these people to come and have interference and um, enforce their power over people? Why? Because still many people here have a primitive consciousness. Not only that, there are influences from the fourth dimensions who comes here, and today we are capture them through camera that influences the mind of these already very weak people, and that's why they commit crimes because they are susceptible. I have been talking about this for many years already, that people is being tormented by this small voice in their head and to go into desperation because they don't see another exit from their problems or their mental disorder. Do you understand what I mean? So this is little beasts who lives in their mind keep on telling them to do the unthinkable. Kill, 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 kill. Or do stupid things or go there and do harm into other people in a way or another. Do immoral things. Do things that is unlawful. Do you understand? And other people who already have their vibration quite low is already out of their wits. People who has problem and a need comfort and help succumbs. If they don't have the help they need, they may go down the drain and their moral um, attitude, aspect, or go astray. You understand? Do stupid illicit substances, drink alcohol, abuse, violate other people's body, and engage in all sorts of uh, evil activities instead of do good, even if as they are suffering. Like Instead of doing stupid thing, why not help somebody who needs help? Help one, even a crow who have fledgling babies in their nest. Help them. Help the cat. Help the dogs. Help your neighbors who maybe have nothing to eat. Help a kid in stress. Help a woman, abused woman in stress. Help an elderly, okay, who needs help, who needs our help. Help those people instead of doing stupid thing and go around show that you are just hominid. No, not say hominid, but someone even inferior to that. A total amoeba and parasitic person. It's just like they have parasites inside their brains. Tell them to do stupid things. There are people who are really out of their wits, but there are those others who has pleasure to do evil things. So at least so when they have what I call support, support from a political party or support from uh, society or their peers. Oh my God, I got sinusitis, very terrible. Or they have support from their peers, you know. So that's what happened. They need support. These people need help, not to go astray. But if they still don't want to amend and turn on a new, turn on a new leaf, a new chapter in their lives, then they need to be uh, warned, even brought up to some sort of action. Teach them the something to do in life, some good activity that they may visually learn how to not go astray. The reason I bring all this up is that a lot of people seem to confuse conformity with unity and they get bad taste in their mouth. The early stage of individuality can involve turmoil and violence which somebody needs to be held and checked to some sort of a force. It's only when the individual raises his vibration sufficiently through self-awareness that true unity is possible. I have seen some of these forces, lawful forces, that also break the rules, go overboard. The lower four dimensions of our universe are created, controlled and maintained by the mind. Okay? Our mind is a microcosm of the universal mind. Macrocosm. The word Maya, which symbolizes also the month of May, represents the lower four dimensions of reality, the worlds of duality, created and maintained by mind through personal and collective belief systems. Real love begins in the fifth dimension. I don't think so. All this is what they call is all a way of thinking and of seeing things. All this is objective. Is objective perspective. But I don't think so. I think still we can be good here in the 3D. We are living all three of these realms 3, 4, 5D, and many more simultaneously and making choices. Yeah, because we're multidimensional based on the dominant realm at the time of this choice. Some choices are aligned with the three dimensions while others conflict. This one is the physical species, and this represents the multidimensionalism of creation. whereby sometimes there is conflict and implies a dimension intertwined with another. Okay, so everything is multidimensional, and depending in our, I would say, our destiny is not just about our choice, but our destiny. We may choose one or another of these type of uh, dimension or a state of being. And please don't try to compare all those people who break the rule with someone who have already acquired a higher uh, a higher level of consciousness. Please don't bring this nonsense here. This is kind of a religion thing, and compare with people who are totally immersed in the dark here. Okay, for these people who are in the dark, they do deserve um, understanding, compassion, and help. Okay, because those those who think that they are perfect and without any blemish of the conscious of their minds and body may throw the first stone, and even some ascended master who said to say that those who thinks that they are so perfect may throw the first stone at another, right? And no beings who come here or even on the fourth dimension are perfect. Okay, and this is that is the dimensional mirror, the mirror world, the dimensional mirror, parallel universe as well, which is the fourth dimension where beings go. They kind of come on through and fro outside of this mirror, parallel universe copy. Okay. So the goal of this man is to always align these three realms when he makes decision. So if he joins an organization that helps feed people, bravo, and feed the animals. Today my son come to me and I say, I'm going to complain with the town council of the government to shoot the crows because just now one crow follows me, and then he brings all his friends to attack me on the road. Then I went, why would the crow do this to you? I don't know. I was just using my roller scooter when they start to come after me. I said, maybe because they saw your aura, which was negative, and then they decide to follow you. Because when they see me, they come to me. They even come to my hand if I call them. And I love them. I have a very wonderful compassion and love for nature. And then he says, I don't know. Then he just pulled me. I said, might be because of your negativity, because he can be quite negative sometimes. And then he say, I don't care. I'm going to call someone to shoot them. I say, why would you do that for? You think only you humans can live here on this earth, have the privilege of live here on the earth, and not those poor beings, those poor creatures who needs help? Who knows what they want from you? All they need is some understand from you and some morsel of food. You understand why they don't do this to me? Because they feel my energy, and they know that I'm gonna help them in a way or not, even though this body's place here is not permitted. So he said, I was eating something. I was eating some cookies. I said, no wonder. He came after you because they was hungry. You understand? Not because he wanted to attack you. He was hungry, and you are being petty and too overreactive over that. So next time, share your cookies with them. Give your cookies to them. And he said, no, I'm going to shoot them and say, don't do that. Do you understand or not? You think you are better than them? Only because you are human? You show off human beings, show off creatures. Instead of we help nature, you want to decimate and destroy. And then I give him a dressing down, a sermon, blah, 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 until he understood all what I meant. And then he cooled down. Say, next time help them. Don't try to destroy. Help. Understand? Help. Because they are carry on, and those they have maybe they are young. They want to feed their young, their mate. They are not wrong. They just follow their instinct. If I join an organization that helps feed people at distance, I might do so on a 3D level because I don't want to see people suffer, and the animals as well. I might do so on a 4D level because I feel a karmic sense of responsibility or because it feels good. I might do so on a 50 level because those starving children aspect of myself. And what about those starved animals? Huh? Everybody don't think about their own kind, but they don't care about the animals. You need to have a body also who cares about the animals and the vegetation. What about the higher dimensions? It's hard to put a higher dimension into earthly language. Think of a new odd onion, but have basic from the way it's normally described. The higher dimensions are deeper and more essential than the superficial outer layer. Yet the higher layers contains the lower ones, and so they are more vast, unlike the onion, whose inner layers are smaller. I cannot even visualize this, but I feel to be true, and the work of many metaphysical pioneers seem to back it up. Dimensions are both concave and convex simultaneously. As I see it, it's hard to fathom this with our 3D brains. So in this context, it's like this: is one the one that is on top eats up the other ones that is below. You know, it's like the Russian doll. So those who are on top, the superior party, eats up the others who are inferior. And I mean, looks after them and feeds off them. That's how my understanding is. The higher the planes, the more they feed up off those who are below them. And for this reason that we exist, that's how I view things. Okay? Stop the fairy tale. I have enough of fairy tales. See that? There's all small word here, right? So the biggest one feed off the smaller one. That's much I can concept here. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's repeat. It's hard to put higher dimension into earthly language. Think of an onion, but reverse from the way it's normally described. The higher dimensions are deeper and more essential than the superficial outer layers. Yet the higher layers contains the lower ones, and so they are more vast, unlike the onion, whose inner layers are smaller. I cannot even visualize this, but I feel it to be true, and the work of many metaphysical pioneers seems to back it up. Dimensions are both concave and convex simultaneously. As I see it, it's hard to fathom this with our 3G brains. To race the reverse onion analogy suggests that the lower dimensions are contained within the higher ones, which feeds upon them. Simple as that. Feeds upon them. Please wake up. Come out from an Alice from Wonderland and wake up. The higher dimensions are where duality and separation are seen as illusions. It's indeed difficult to convey the reality of higher dimensions to those of us who appear to be stuck in the lower dimensions. Love is a higher dimensional reality. I don't think so, sir. I don't think so, Love is anywhere. Love is anywhere. But only due to their reality, their predicament, their aspect of being that they are not able to best um, show it, demonstrate it. However, they do have love, but given their reality, where they see only greedy, power over, selfishness, empathy, not empathy, apathy, they are apathic. Where there is room for love, there's no room for love here. Love is a high dimensional reality that distorts and it cascades down into the realms of perceived duality. That's why we have so many forms agape, romantic. First, state of consciousness, level 1, existence non-biological. That's level 1. Level 2, instinctual, emotional, animalistic, is the animals and vegetation. 3, and the first one I think is in the state of cryogeny. 3, intellectual, I'm not think properly because of my pain here on my jaw and my nose going to sinus. 3, intellectual, logical, rational mind, ego. The 3D, intellectual. So we are living in a world which is intellectual, logical, rational mind, ego. 4 dimension, creative, imaginative, psychic, and intuitive. That's the 4th dimension, and it's there where we go, and you may also go to 5th dimension after we die. 5th dimension, pure intelligence, insight, and love. 6, causal level, soul level, last level of individuality. 7th dimension, oversoul level, group consciousness. Is a beings that have already upgrade themselves and reach this level of consciousness and upgrade and understanding. So they become oversouls to oversee the other's creation. Group consciousness 8, avatar level, higher level of mastery. And we can have all this here. 9, crusty level. On the 9, we have crusty level, unconditional loving consciousness. And when you talk about crusty here, it's crystal. It doesn't mean a being that have lived here, a man, an angel, as God. No, it is inside everything there is. Okay? Tired already. Then cosmic level, cosmic consciousness. 11, God level, God consciousness. 12, universal level, universal consciousness. So it's higher up than God. 13, the void, the great mystery. That's my number. I am the 13th September. 13, so the void, the great mystery. Oh. Yeah, the number 13 is very mysterious and I suffer like hell here. The void, the great mystery. 12, universal level, universal consciousness. 11, God level, God consciousness. 10 cosmic level, cosmic consciousness C. 9 crusty level, conditional love and consciousness C. 8 avatar level, higher level of mastery. 7 oversoul level, group consciousness C. 6 causal level, soul level, last level of individuality. 50 pure intelligence, insight, love. 40 creative, imaginative, psychic, intuitive. After we die, we go there. Intellectual, logical, mind, ego, the 3D. Instinctual, emotional, animalistic. This one also is included in nice, okay? When the people are too instinctual, go up, become a predator and a primitive mind, they are in the second level of understand or density. First level, we have the existence non-biological. Amazing. Is abstract one. Over the years, I've refined my system of dimensions and densities somewhat based on personal experience and verification from other sources. Here's what I've got. Positive density, mineral kingdom. Second density, plant and lower animal kingdom. 3D density, higher animal and lower human. Fourth density, low astral, lower emotional rooms. Oh my gosh. Low astral, all there is all the entity, the spirit that come here that transverse from there to here, travel from there to here through portal and wormhole, and they come here, through portal and the voids from the fourth dimension, and then they come here to tempt the humans. Fourth density low, astral lower, emotional, and then have the fourth density high, etheric, higher mental realms, and the 50 density low, causal, creative realms, and the fifth density high, low, last level of individuality, 60 density oversoul, social memory complex, 70 density master oversoul, atomic plan, 80 density avatar plane, celestial heavens, 90 density crust planes, Buric planes, lower God's words. Density higher God's realms. 11th density universal realms. 12th density the source, the mystery, the Tao. And the 13 and beyond, the void, unmanifested creation. Wow, the 13 is really a very, how to say, special number. The void, unmanifested creation. And I was born in this day, 3 a.m. on the Friday, full moon. Friday the 13th full moon. How strange is this? I don't think it was for just anything. It's for a reason that I have born like this. Friday the 13th, full moon, 3 a.m. I borrowed some poems from Ekankar and other disciples, but this is based on my own perceptions, my own exploration, concur with many others that there are many sub-plans within each major density level. Remember that densities and dimensions are labels for conveniency, also that our intellects conveniency only, so that our intellects can grasp these ideas. In actuality, there is not always a sharp demarcation between levels, My understanding of the astral is as follows. There are several negative astral levels, including what many religions call purgatory or the nether worlds, where all the dirty people go, places where souls fragments journey to learn about separation, fear and terror. In these lower realms, fear thoughts manifestations grotesque apparitions, monster, correct, very, very correct. But why create such a world in the first place? I think that if there are separate entities, they come into accord. One will have the densities below, and the others will occupy the densities above. Do you understand? So what happened is the negative ones dwells in the fourth and third dimension, all right, and then the other ones not so negative goes to the fourth dimension, which is positive above. And that's why we have them transit from this world and the next, and disturbing incarnated physical people here. Okay, so this is the fourth dimension is the world of shadow. Luck for me, I don't recall I have ever been to this place, but I have been to one, but it was not really bad. It was about uh, addicted people land, but I'm not addicted. Maybe I have been addicted to internet, but not. I'm not addicted. Just I come in the night for some few hours and I get out. The world of shadows. So I have been to a place like this. I have been to help see my brother, but I don't see it. To me, I saw nothing. I mean, I didn't care even. To me, it's nothing. Because I don't care about it. So it does not scares me because I don't care. I feel nothing. I'm not scared, but there are such a word. But when I think 1 week after my sister passed, she came to me to visit me. I was in this beach, very weird, like beach, and have one staircase made of bricks that goes down, made of clay and brick that goes down to a subterranean place. That went down. So she comes to me now. I remember because I have seen the transcripts that I have written, and then she came to me and I went to her. Now she came to me. I saw her on my phone. I recognized her as my sister. So I went towards her and I smiled. I said nothing. I smiled. She smiled back. Then we hug. I give her a hug. She hugged me. And then when I hugged her, I felt only bones. Only bones. And then she decided to go down that stair in the subterranean place. On top of the beach below have a subterranean place. I carried her on my arm because she said she was very weak. She couldn't do it. So I said, it's okay, I have some stamina, I'll carry you. So I carried her down, and as I carried her, I saw only bone. I see that she have like transformed into skeleton now. But I didn't care. My love for her was bigger than any fear or skepticism, scaremism. I don't like people who are full of scam or is very full of nonsense. I don't like that because I'm very tough person, very mentally tough. So I just don't care when if she thought she wants scary me by transform herself, she was wrong. I continue because I say my love for you is bigger than your understanding of realities and then your attempting to frighten me. So she kept quiet. She said nothing. Then as we went down, I grabbed her hand, now skeleton, and I said, let's walk here. And then she just looked at me, smiled, and then she was, her face was transformed a bit. She was without teeth. She was too less and without tooth, and her hair now was very like messy. And I say, come, you don't worry, let's go. I hold her hand, let's walk here down. Let me lead you, and then I lead you to another place, lead her to another place. Now I remember. I didn't remember quite well. Now I remember because I saw the transcript that I have written the same day that I have this vision when my sister passed away. So there are several negative astral levels, including what many religions call purgatory or the nether worlds, places where soul fragments join to learn about separation, fear, and terror. In these lower realms, fear thoughts manifest as grotesque apparitions. Most I'm not scared. I have seen one once in my vision. I'm not scared. They they give me a very big bite. It was in 2021. Very big bite here behind the back, on top of my shoulder and below on my kidney. A very big bite when I saw, oh, then I say expletive, I say bloody, start to scold it because it pretend to be very nice towards me. Understand? Then he asks me, what you are looking for? I say, I look for something that I have lost here in this lane, very dark lane nearby where I stay here. So he say, hey, can I follow you? And then she wants mimic my sister, you see. I say, sure, you want to follow me? Okay. That was in 2021, about 2 years after my sister passed away. Then I walked down this lane. I was walking fine, nicely. Then I felt something like one pain behind. I said, what the? Then I looked behind, the bloody monster was biting me. And then when I looked behind, I could see a chunk of my flesh coming out and where my kidney is. I say, oh, then I say as plative, I just run away. I'm not scared of this thing. So I just curse it away and I point my finger at it, it vanish. In the higher region of the astral, a common dream state of out-of-body experiences, lucid dreaming, there are a lot of talk about negative entities and their effect on humans. Exactly. Exactly. You know why these places are hell? Because of these entities who, as I say, they transmiggle, they transmute between world, parallel world to a mirror world, and then they come here to tempt you all, not me, because I am a bit protected. You know, I'm a bit different. So many people here fall for them, for their trap. Just all the negative stuff that we see here, from wars, from crimes, from domestic violence, from feminicide against human infanticide, elderly sides, if there's any word, elderly uh, abuses and tragedies, could be earthquake, landslide, um, how to say that word, torrential rains, flash floods, is all caused by the fourth dimension, okay, for the negative side of the fourth dimensions. And then some of us here is heavily either consciously or unconsciously influenced by these beings. Now, these beings are not necessarily the dead that departed. What remains of the dead after a certain period is just left over, is just vestiges of what was once a being, right? It's just the light bulb that fragments itself. They are not complete, as I always say. So they are nothing. They are just fragments of uh, previous entity. Okay, and they are heavily used and influenced in the other side as well. They are used by lower beings, lower no human beings that use this human leftover of fragments of fourth dimensional astral body to come here and work for them to do evil things. If you see in a tragedy, it's not uncommon to see inside the car there is a black shadow over there on the car. And some say, oh, might be the soul that came up. No, that's not the soul of the dead. Rather, that's the very evil demonic beings that have caused that accident to happen in the first place. All right. Thus, that's the world where we live in. This is a hell over here. And you must be very fearless indeed to conquer all this. And be conscious enough as well. In the higher regions of the astral, a common dream states, you see? The dream shadow world. Out of bad experiences, lucid dreaming, etc. Exactly. They dream over there. I ever thought about this before. I talked about this before. That they in the other side, as you are also in the graveyard, when you are freshly dead, you dream. You tend to dream. And your dream is very lucid. You dream that you are crying, that you are another world, you are between world, either in this earth or in another parallel world. And below each graveyard, there's another world, there, parallel universe. Below each graveyard or grave, there is a lot of talk about negative entities and their effects on human. Exactly. I knew it a long time ago. Whether ghosts, poltergeists, or negativities, and the devils, the truth is that these beings can only affect us if we vibrate at a level that attracts them. When we reach the higher realms, these experiences are seen as dreams or part of the Maya of the lower four dimensions. Maya is an illusion, okay? So see it all this as low illusion, as illusion. And don't think of distance because you are low in astral level or you are in negative or whatever. Don't think low of yourself, right? But avoid negativities. Avoid doing black magic, deal with black magic. Don't harm animals. Don't eat too much meat. Sometime okay when there's a party or you want to cook for your grandchildren or your children something that they like, okay, but don't overdo, okay. Also, don't take alcohol, don't do drugs, um, don't go to place where they have a lot of these beings there, like nightclubs or party there on the road. Don't go, avoid those places. Red light district. Also, don't do harm to people. Don't make bad things to them. Don't curse them. Curse them means I wish you this, this, and that. That's evil. And what you do to others, you do to yourself. And there's a lot of evil people like this in the Americas, in Asia, in Africa. They just love in Middle East. They just love to do harm to people, be energetically wise or another way. They just love. Instead of do good, they do evil things. All right, and they are just attracted to themselves eventually. It all will go back to you because the word, the life, not say word, but life in the universe is a mirror. But everything that you look at it will reflect back to you eventually. Everything that you do to others one day will come back to you. That's karma. And I hope that it happens here, not in the other side, but in here. Okay? So be careful of what you do to other people. Beware. Okay? So avoid all of this altogether, regardless of whether or not reptilians are real ETs or only holographic projections. Does not ultimately matter. If they are fourth dimensional vibration, then like all 4G entities, going beyond the Maya into the 50 dimensions is the way to freedom. I personally do not live fear of the reptilian or the agenda of fear because I know that they are overcoming fear within my consciousness. Don't think bad about reptilian. Come on, there's many other beings who are worse than them. Okay, not because I am a reptilian myself or then I want to defend them. No, I ever been visited by one just once this time in 2018, and he was very nice being. Although their energy is so strong that I can tell you one thing: if you happen to be hugged by one in a very respectful way, the way he hugged me, it was like I was his pet or his sister or his auntie. Who knows auntie? He just hugged me very respectful, very calm, and he had very long, large clothes. There is many of them. This one is the soldier. He stay here nearby where I stay. There on the park a lot. There on the trees. Very tall, about 2 meters. And he looks like sort of like this in his statue like this. What don't you do? You move? No, no. I don't care about them. I'm not scared. I found them cute. I don't know. And I don't want to think that they are evil. I don't know, maybe I'm foolish, naive, but that's how I think about them. And they just stare at you like this, but they don't mean harm. Don't think this way, okay? Humans sometimes have their free will to think, okay? So don't just be susceptible. The one I saw is not here, okay? It's a little greenish color, something like this, but a bit, yeah, I think this yeah, I think something like this, the one I saw, but his chest was like a tortoise, below the tortoise was like this, a tortoise man, not like this, like this, very big, very large, and he never harmed me, he didn't harm me. All he said was, I like you. And by then I was like, I I didn't move. I didn't move a finger because I was so petrified. Oh my God. Usually when I am in all my senses awake, I'm okay. I'm not scared that coward. But at that point I was like between a lucid dream and awake. It's between these two states. I was between awake and sleeping. I was so petrified that I wouldn't move. And all my body froze. I swear by God, I freeze. and he was so powerful. And he told me, I like you. You are my pet. And I was there, and I was trying to put in his mind, okay, now go away, please leave me, go away, because I'm so scared. And then when he felt that I was so scared, very uh, slowly his energy started to dissipate, very slowly. And then when I felt that he had really gone, I woke up and sit down. As I sit down, I look around me, nothing. My heart was now boom, 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 boom. And then the smell of the crepe was still around. They smell, I can say they smell crepe, pure crepe, like they live on the sewage or something like that. But they didn't harm me. All this kind of thing that people say, oh, a reptilian come and harm me, throw me on the bed, violate my body. This is a wish talk. This is woman are the naughty ones, okay? Those women who imagine things, not the reptilians themselves, they themselves, okay? But there are many kinds of reptilians. There's the earthy one, there's the others who are from another draconis, alpha draconis. So all will depend. The one I saw is earthy one. Maybe they live in the sewage system there, subterranean. As if I haven't seen the reptilians work for the Draco. They are guards. Now, if I haven't seen them in 2018, 2022, and 2023, I would not believe that they exist. But I saw them both with a camera and while I slept. Okay? So, yeah, they exist, they are real, but they are not what people talk about them. They are not that very negative. But they can be, but it all depends, okay? Into the fifth dimension, the way to function life with the repetition of the agenda of fear, because I know that overcoming fear within my consciousness is the answer. And this is corroborated in many books by many teachers. Beyond the astral, so physically I'm not scared of them, but in the between the realm of lucidity, the fourth and the fifth dimension, I am a mouse. Sometimes on the fourth dimension, I'm a mouse. I'm a cockroach. I'm so scared. But here, I'm not scared. I don't know why. Beyond the astral is what's commonly called the etheric realms, which have a more refined vibration. The upper etheric realms encroach upon the mental realms, because I have said before, this is the world of thinking, of imagination, fantasia. It looks more like Neptune, the place of the higher imagination. Beyond the days are the causal planes. Ooh, this one is terrible. Be careful. Realms of great beauty and perfection. I don't think so. They are causal because they control the 3D and 4D. No. You are mistaken. Be careful with the causal realm, because the causal realm is where many, they say, will pay their karma. So be careful with the causal realm and what you bring to the other side with you. And this luggage is called the causal body. Okay, so be careful. They are causal because they control the 3D and 4D words through a complex series of crystal grids. Think of sacred geometric figures, only now in multicolored swirling patterns. It's here that higher thoughts are coalesced into DNA and other life forms structures. As you might have guessed, the Akashic records and divine blueprint of each soul are part of the causal planes. But the causal planes are also the planes where we're going to deliver our deeds. We brought our deeds to these planes to to be accountable to them. So that's why it's a bit like fearful, but you shouldn't be afraid, because you can always claim your redemption. You know why? Because you tell them, it's you who send us there. So why now blame us for the thing that you have chosen? You're all here. Meet up the ladder corresponding roughly to 6D and 7D at the soul and oversoul realms, celestial planes, and other goddess worlds. Next time the ladder corresponding roughly to 670 at the soul of oversoul realms, where the oversouls, which oversees us here, celestial planes and other goddess worlds, are found. Many years ago, I was briefly introduced to Ekikankar, and I noted that he had a card of the higher densities that I thought was quite accurate. I bet you can get a copy of the card on the internet. There is some confusion as to what is inner and what is outer with respect to densities. The easy way around this is that everything is inner. The outer is an illusion. Yeah, the matrix is all one continuous energy emanation from the one, and we are the collective creation doing the emanation. Regarding our multidimensional nature, this is a paradox we are investigating here. When we are in our center, we realize we already exist in 5D. In fact, each one of us has at least 12 dimensions of being. We are simply unaware of the vast majority of who we are. Our level of vibration corresponds to the composite total of where we place our attention. Within the Earth sphere, most of us are vibrating at a composite between 3 and 4D using the calibration scale developed by when we sleep, we are under 4D. When we go out of our body, 4D. Most of humanity is vibrating a lot lower than that. I was informed by my higher self and through muscle testing that my composite vibration at the beginning of 2004 was approximately 4.5, 400 on the Hoch scale. As multidimensional beings, we exist multidimensional beings. We exist simultaneously in all the cities and dimensions. The variable here is awareness. Where is our attention? Are we stuck in attachments to the physical? Are we stuck in our heads? Yeah, we are. Unfortunately, yeah, we are so immersed in our dramas that we are living here thinking that this is all there is and that we are going to live forever. That's not true. Are we too much heart and not enough God? What script is still playing out that bind us to the realm of karma? Are we deny our emotional bodies or quenching our emotional desires based on a belief they are not spiritual? The 6D perspective looks lovely on humanity and does not judge. So that's why they doesn't interfere. Because they don't judge, they don't want to interfere, because they are breaking the free will of the duality, means good or bad. That's why they don't interfere when a human is being attacked here by fourth dimensional beings. The service to others as the urge is spontaneous and natural because we are all one. The more we desire to experience 5D or higher and put our attention there, the more our overall vibration will move into 5D or higher. Whether this takes a month or 1,000 years is irrelevant, since we already exist in 5D and higher, and need only place our awareness there to experience it. Regarding living 5D, if it were that is, we'd all be there already. There's a lot of self-discipline and study that goes into this for most of us. That's why we have spiritual teachers, groups, and countless self-help books and techniques and David and others. However, the more we focus our attention on 5D selves, the more we are drawn to those experiences that accelerate our evolution into 5G. Sometimes those experiences involve going back and healing aspects of the self that vibrates in 3 and 4G. This is difficult subject because words are inadequate to express anything beyond 5D. I have an inner knowing that there are densities or dimensions beyond 6G, and others have talked about this. But until we experience this directly, any description will fall short. The part of us that is aware is like the tip of an iceberg. The vast majority of who we are lies below, above, and beyond the surface. At, at times, we get glimpses of realms beyond the beyond. The density scale I use was given me by my God presence, and the detailed description are available in Life on the Cutting Edge. I think I went there to other cities. I think maybe it's on 50D. Yeah, 50D or above. I went there and I saw this is ladies wearing all white, and I saw courts and monuments like, you know how to explain that word. Something like that I saw. It was 2014. Once we see here from another aspect, another angle, we see that it's all transparent. But once we go there, we see things more dense like that. Then I saw this man doing prayer with some human and man. He segregation, what they call a segregation prayer. And I thought those humans were dead. I don't know, but for me in my mind, yeah, they were ghosts, but yet they looked so solid. Just like this men here, they were so solid. Not like this transparent, but the coat is all the pillar looks like that. But still, yeah, something like that. But still, I have a hard time to believe that they were genuine and that they, I don't know, something in my mind say that they are behind all this. And then later maybe we could talk about this later on. I mean, they are behind all the nonsenses here as well. So I didn't give them much credit, and neither they care or they need it. Okay? Because to me, everything is the cosmos. I wouldn't say God, but it's cosmos. Gods are just creation from the cosmos that self have we self-acquired the title of a god, a cosmic god, or whatever, because they have lived here for eternity. However, we were there before, but we lower our density, we lower ourselves to have an experience in a lower density. Okay? It doesn't make us less cosmic than these beings. So that's why I know there's many of you like to put them in the pedestal, right? Not me. I know that many of you go dribble and deal with not only about dogmas, not just religion and dogmas, but also with mystery schools and, ritual, cult. do stupid stuff, ritual to try to contact the other realm. But once you do that, you don't contact the fifth dimension, you are contacting the fourth dimension. Okay, and it's there where there's a lot of negativity, and they attract and drawn to you, depend on your intentions, depend for what you are doing those rituals in the first place. Okay, and there's others who uh, follow dogmas. Their intentions are okay, I would say. So they deal with these beings from the 50 dimensions above. Alright? But it doesn't mean that we, in essential reality, in our true form, are less than they are. And they may as well explain to you all one day, and they should, because that's their duty, because they have behind a lot in the creation and unfolding of things.